Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone watching the stream. We are ready to get PRL underway again. We are here for round three. Uh, I can hear myself in the background, so let me take care of that real quick. All right, they're beautiful. It is round three of PRL for Tier 1, and we are heading to Mexico. We have 15 guys for you, 15 pilots for you today, and I can't wait to see how these guys are going to place in their run today. Cars usually take about a minute and a half to set up. Here we have the Red Bull coming out. First, oh, the Haas just beats him. So we have Husky and Mr. Moonbrow. So let's see, we have Haas Josh. Husky's first, let's go and go with him. He'll be starting his lap first. Mexico's a beautiful track with a beautiful stadium section that Husky will be arriving to right now. And it's going to be amazing to see these guys race around here after the session. Husky finishing his out lap. Starts his flying lap. As does Mean Growl behind him. Goldfish against his, followed by both Alpines. Girl, I think, had to abort his lap. He has slowed down tremendously. And Astro's on his out lap. Husky's been killing it all lap. Let's see what he gets. And he starts off the qualifying session with 16.6. Mr. Mean Growl goes immediately faster with the 15.2. Goldfish also gets a 16.4 in the 16s. Goldfish was also on mids. This is now Mean Growl cutting through the field to go back into the pits. There's still Goldfish. He had a purple sector one. Validate. might slide off. Oh, that's invalidation now for sure. Yep, it's invalidated. Master now arriving in the stadium section. He went out on softs, but he didn't set a time. So this would now be his time set with the mids. 16-8 for GG Astro. Corey and J4 have grabbed the top 2 spots from Red Bull. Corey went out, pitted, did his thing. Now J4 will be pitting as well. Goldfish right behind him. 8 pilots have set their time so far. Everyone's been in the 16s, now in the 17s at least with Paput. And Paput's a 17.2 on medium, so if he can go on a softs, he might be able to improve on that. Hope Beam, who's qualified for 5th, goes wide, validates his lap. Taking a charge lap. Goldfish heading out now again. Husky heading out also on his out lap. Anonymous just started his flying lap. We're right on board with him in the Alfa Romeo. Beautiful white and red car. Ten minutes left. Is he going slower? It looks like he's going I think he got it validated. Thanks for dog. The AlphaTauri. One thing that I have noticed is that these guys start. What's that turn? Thanks, dog. Slips out. He's on mids anyway, so he has time to push for a new lap after this. Turn 7 is the one that I was referring to. They've been taking turn 7. Gangster Dog said at 131. Obviously, he didn't mean to because he slipped up. But I'm still gonna roast him because it's a funny time to look at. Oh, he just invalidated his next time right now. Oh, what a shame for Gangster. Gangster finished, I believe, podium last week, so we should be seeing a brilliant race from him if he can. He should be able to maintain pace once the race is started. But getting on the board might be a little bit tricky. These invalidations. Yep, he'll be pitting for new softs. Goldfish just claims pole from the McLarens, pushing Mr. Meangrowl down into fourth, the second row. Goldfish and Corey now first row. Coder as well has only qualified on mids, but is now currently out on softs. So let's see if he will be able to catch up to these guys and claim pole for himself, or will he be able to even get on the front grid, on the front row? Seven minutes left. This is a very competitive bunch. J4, Corey, Chill Goldfish, Mr. Memes, Coder, Astro, Josh, Husky. These are all fast people. S1, Nixai, Kenzie. These are all fast guys. So whatever order they come in, like, it's gonna be a small margin. They're gonna be having to push into those early 15s if they want to get a good starting position here. And I'm sure most of these guys could get a low 15s in their qualifying session if they went out on softs. But again, that's also part of the strategy, is that some of these guys really do want to start on mediums, which is why they try to see what their time would be, by setting the time. And Coder sets a 14.8. Man didn't even practice today. Man was eating dinner 5 minutes before the race. Didn't even care. Just got on and drops a 14.8 on softs. Like, how? More importantly than how, why? More importantly than why, what planet does this man Coder come from? Why has he chosen Earth to come race? Lots of questions. We can only answer so many of them here. Well, we can't actually answer any of them here because we're just a race broadcast network. So we're just gonna see who wins. But yeah, Coder might be an alien. That's real news, you know? If I had like an Alex Jones type of like, or like Jonah Jameson, you know, type of news network, I would totally, just talk about Coder being an alien all day. Most people would be like, hey, I don't know who Coder is. That's just that's just one of your online friends. But like, I would make it a point. This he's so fast, he's an alien. What, is he gonna go faster? I'm gonna be laughing if he goes faster here. No, I don't think he will. 14. No, he's pitting. Mr. Meme Growl is able to take the Mercedes Corey's spot. Takes third now. Yeah, so it's those early 15s. That's what it's going to be about here. Oh, what a beautiful SS section by Mr. Meme Growl. Oh! Might have jinxed him because he loses it. El Foro del Sol, which means sun forum, forum of the sun. That is the name of the stadium section here in the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Hermanos means brothers, so it's the Autodromo of the Brothers Rodriguez. Only man who hasn't set a time yet is Kenzie. I believe he's out there now. He's close to finishing his flying lap. Let's see what he gets. Oh, I think it might have been validated. Yeah, it was. So this is Kenzie's first. Oh! Synonymous! Gets P3 with the 14.9. Gangster Dog, 14.8. 2,000s behind Coder. Hey, how do you do that? How do you get 2,000s right behind Coder? Gangster Dog pushes the McLarens into 6 and 7. Corey and J4, who were first, battling for pole, are now not even top 5. There are 7 cars under 15.1. Ratex either retires or crashes. I think he might have crashed. I missed it, sorry guys. Didn't see what happened in his car. And here's Gangster Dog again. Is he pitting? Yep. Corey is out trying to improve. He's up 19,000s, 1900s. Hear that rev limiter through the S section on the McLaren. Gets into the Foro del Sol section. He's got a couple more corners. One more corner. Comes out into the big straight. And he does not improve. Corey goes 100th of a second faster. It was slower than his own time. No, I think it was faster. I think he goes faster, but it's just by 100, so he isn't able to. He can't get out of there. Coder drops a 14.7. Does go faster. 30 seconds left. Corey is on 1 lap softs. This will be his attempt to get back up on. Does Corey have the pace? Naixai, 15.6 has Josh, 15.6, Pep out, 15.7. Astro choosing to stay on mids. And he's in the pits, so he's not coming out for softs, the soft run. So Astro will be starting the race on mids. Will Corey make it to the line? He doesn't, and he doesn't improve. Here's Coder. Oh, this is slower lap. He's not going as fast. It's Namis. He's 600s behind. Very close to his original time, but also slower. Goldfish. Invalidates. Both invalidates. So these guys just have to finish their lap, and then we should this should be the list. What a quality, guys. Coder takes pole. I'm writing that down right now for my notes, because I'm a good interviewer, so I gotta like talk about whoever got pole later. This is a very interesting front 3 rows. The first 6 cars are completely are none of them are teammates. We have an Alpine, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, Mercedes, a Red Bull, and a McLaren. The first 6 cars: Coder, Gangster Dog, Synonymous, Chill Goldfish, Mr. Meme Growl, Corey. Here, let me get this real quick. Kenzie did not set a time, so No offense, we don't really need his time because he didn't set one. Did he? He probably had a quali ban or something. I'm not too sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our quali show. In a few seconds, we will be commencing the Tier 1 race. We will give the pilots some time to develop their strategies, and I'm sorry, to set their strategies for the race, and then we will begin. It's a nice overcast, slightly overcast day here in Mexico. Oh shit, my bad. Uh, yeah, the drivers were taking a quick break to get their strategy set, and they have just now readied up. So here we go. Here's the formation map. And we'll go down the list for you, show you all the cars, their points of view. First, we have MCD Coder, who I believe he won last week. He's been winning everything at this point. You know, just like, why have a tier 1 race? Like, tier 1 races should just tier 1 should all just be for Coder, and people should just be racing for the 2 spot. Like, seriously, at this point, like, why? We need like we need an S tier for Coder, and he can race there by himself versus his time trials. And then all the actual tier 1 guys can just race, you know. So, in second place we have Gangster Dog. Third place we have S1, it's anonymous. Third place we have Chill Goldfish. Fifth place we have Mr. Meme Growls in the Red Bull. Sixth place we have Mr. Corey Sewell. He was really fast last year. Him and Coder were 1 for 1 last season. Seventh place we have J4, also in McLaren. Both McLaren's highest team up, so they're looking to make a lot of points. Ratex in the Williams. Nyxi, also in the Mercedes. Josh Haas, also in the Alpine, racing with Coder. In 11th place we have Papoot in the Haas. 12th place we have Boatbean in the Aston Martin. 13th place we have Husky, also in the Haas. 14th place we have GGA Astro, starting in the mids. And then running last we have Kenzie, who did not set a time today, but he's a Ferrari, so he's so confident that he probably doesn't need to set a time. He could probably just cruise to victory without having to worry about the stresses of wasting your soft tires for qualification. I mean, what does that even work? What if you don't waste your tire at all, so you have a brand new tire and then just start last? Is that like an advantage to having scrubbed tires and starting first? Well, Kenzie says it is. 5 lights and away we go. Anonymous gets knocked out, he's losing down 10 places. Coder, followed by Gangster, followed by Goldfish, Ratex, and Mr. Meme Growl. Corey gets knocked out as well. Corey and Synonymous both lost places and are sent to the back of the grid. J4 following Papoot. Papoot following Meanwhile, following Ratex in this chaotic first lap. Goldfish following Gangster, and Gangster following Coder, who's off by a mile. He's got a second, it's 1.1 in between his lead. Oh, Husky! Husky has DNF. We have a VSC, virtual safety car. Cars have to lower their speed to 40%. Haas Josh and Nyxi both pitting. We have 4 cars pitting. Corey and Synonymous also have damage. Josh comes out, Synonymous comes in for a new wing. Nyxi just got a new wing. And Corey possibly just got a new wing as well. Husky. Not too sure what happened, but it seemed that it was right outside turn 15, between 14 and 15. Coder now. Nearly a second in front of Gangster Dog. Chill Goldfish nearly a second behind Gangster Dog. And Ratex nearly a second behind Chill Goldfish. And then Mr. Meangrowl trying to hang on onto Ratix, as this will be the first lap we have with DRS. Mr. Meangrowl seems he spun. Loses 5 positions. Red Bull's now officially out of the top 5. He didn't pit, I believe, so he should be. On those softs. Gangster Dog gets the first penalties of the day. Kenzie following Astro. Kenzie, who started last, is now up to 9th on brand new softs. Kenzie with DRS. Can't get the win he wants. GG Astro, wheel-to-wheel combat with Papu, forces him out. Astro on the mids. If Astro can make his tires last, he is a front runner of the mids, so this is the most advantageous position for him. He just has to make those mids last as long as he can. Gold Green, last of the softs, the soft runners. Corey! He's on your mids. Corey pit the mids. And now, after a lap after he came out after his outlap, he has hit the wall. What a blow to McLaren. Wow. Corey and Husky both out. Coder still can't breathe easily though, because even though he's leaving Goldfish behind, anything can happen. All we need is a safety car to change the trajectory of this race, and some of the guys who are ahead won't be for so long. Coder, 1.7 seconds. Gangster, Chill Goldfish and Gangster Dog right behind him. Ratex severely behind in the Williams, but not wanting to lose any time. Gangster and Goldfish. Goldfish might make a try. No, Gangster has some really good acceleration coming out of that straight. Goldfish will have to bide his time if he wants to get past that AlphaTauri. A little deep there. This time, Goldfish will have DRS, and Gangster Dog will not have it. Goldfish going very slowly. Synonymous gets 3-second penalty. This is Goldfish now. He will get DRS down the straight. He wants Gangster Dog. And he will make the pass. Easy overtake by Goldfish as Goldfish slides into P2 and gets DRS again. A lot of people don't know this, but for Mexico, there are, I think, 3 DRS zones. But for the first 2, the long straight and that second straight, there's only one DRS activator, and that is right by right before the finish line. If you get the DRS activator right before the finish line, you will get DRS for both of those sections. There is not a DRS activator right behind the second DRS zone. The first 2 are triggered by the same one. That's why Goldfish was able to get DRS for that second section. And it seems Coder's pace is now falling a bit. He was at a 1.7 lead. That lead has now gone down to less than a second, which is why Goldfish was able to get DRS for the third section of DRS again. The third DRS zone. Now, Goldfish follows. Coder extends. He will get DRS again. But so will Gangster Dog. Coder, his lead will tumble, but not by enough. Gangster will get DRS for both of these zones now. We'll see both of their DRS flaps open right now. There they go. It will inevitably happen again right after the S section. We are in lap 8 with 36 lap race. So there goes the DRS flaps. Goldfish doing a great job of keeping up behind Coder. I'm not sure if Kenzie has now retired. He pit for mids, and there's a safety car. And out there's a safety car. Coder, Goldfish, and Gangster Dog, all 3 are pitting. Is Ratex pitting? He should be. He is. Is Boking pitting? He is. Soft runners all pitting. Astro's pitting. Kapoop's pitting. Mr. Meme Growl will be pitting as well. Coder comes out on softs, playing the 2-stop role. Goldfish comes out on softs. Gangster comes out on hards. Gangster's done for pits today unless he has a wreck. He's going to want to make those hards last till the end of the race. Lap 9 and safety car will bunch the field together. I don't want to see what's going to happen to Gangster Dog and Bokebeam on those hards. What's more is I don't think they had a chance to change their strategy. They probably didn't even mean to come out on those hards. Gangster Dog will do well to heat up those tires. I've raced on those hards before, and they are not grippy coming out of the box. You have to work them for about 2 or 3 laps just so they can feel grippy enough. And after that, they do stick. But the first few laps, you will not have as much grip. Well, especially if not as those guys, those first two place guys have on those new softs. need the last 4 cars to catch up. Astro on new softs, 6th place. Mr. Meanwhile on new mids. J4, the only pilot from McLaren left now, who's on 4-lap mids. Only driver that did not pit for the safety car PRL. I respect that decision, I think. 4-lap mids, I would have kept them as well. Work those for a few laps, and then you can go on softs towards the end of the race. So J4 will have to do well. Whoa, and he just skids off into the grass. Safety car in this lap. FIA has spoken. Coder controlling the bunch. Oh, Coder losing his footing. And Coder gets overtaken by Jill Goldfish, who has done it at the beginning of the stint after the safety car. Goldfish has taken first from Coder. Coder has led this race for the majority until now. GG Astro, 5th. Meanwhile, slides down to 11th. Now, this isn't necessarily the worst thing for Coder to be in 2nd place. One thing that I did want to talk about was there is, again, I think I might have covered this last week with Bonsai, but when you're the 1st place car, you're blind to strategy. The best thing you can do is commit to your own strategy and pit early. But no matter what, every lap that you don't decide to pit, the car before you could theoretically just pit when you don't, and then undercut. If a pit strategy comes out to be necessary because you didn't pit because you were the 1st car. So strategy comes into play when you're the leading car. You can't react to the cars behind you, and that is the biggest handicap that 1st place comes with. You can't react to the guys behind you because they're the ones who can react to you. And that's the thing about 1st, is that 1st place sets the pace and sets the stage, and everyone else just has to follow. So if you're a good follower, you can theoretically follow 1st and then react to them and hopefully outplay them if they are not faster. If they are faster than you, then there's nothing you can do because they'll always beat you to the punch. Gigiastro gets fastest lap and also pushes ahead of both Ratex and Gangster Dog. Gangster Dog and Bogbean are on those hards, and it looks like Gangster Dog is just losing time. I don't think that was a very smart call. I think a 2-stopper from Mexico is the way to go. Gangster's on hards now, sure, and he might have to pit again. But he won't have an advantage when it comes to wheel-to-wheel combat. Astro 1.3 seconds now. Behind 1.2. Astro is doing his best now to catch Coder and Goldfish, whereas before it was Gamester who was in the top 3. We now see that those tires actually taking effect on that. He's running in 5th, but he is trailing. Can't help but wonder what a new pair of softs would have done. Why do I keep calling these tires pairs? They're not pairs, they're sets. A pair is 2, and there's 4. There's 4 tires, that's a set. A pair would be like a motorcycle. A motorcycle has a pair of tires. I keep calling them pairs. Look, I'm gonna keep calling them pairs, so I'm just gonna start with but yeah, but Gangsta now gets overtaken by Synonymous. With all due respect, let this be a lesson to you. If you're on the hards, you are not going to be able to keep up the same pace that the cars in front of you have. Synonymous, it seems, trying to catch Radtex in front of him. Only 7/10 behind. 6/10 now. Might be able to do it. Coder now sets fastest lap as he takes first place from Goldfish. Goldfish now will have double DRS. Coder takes his first place back. That's always interesting to me. Whenever the first place car doesn't have DRS, but he gets such a good exit that they stay away from the guy behind him who does have DRS. Again, Coder's either an alien or a hack. More than I think alien. One thing too that I've been noticing just from seeing all these Tier 1 and Tier 2 races, Tier 1 drivers start their entries way before Tier 2 drivers. Tier 2 drivers wait until the apex to go in, and Tier 1 drivers will start like their entry to returns way before. Like the racing line is a lot more smoother than Tier 2 drivers are. Like these guys are going to start way before and smooth it in. Like that's not, they don't, like these guys aren't leaving space for 2 lanes, if that makes sense. These guys are just going single file, following the racing line through the fish. Oh, he wanted to. He still wants it. He doesn't get it. He challenging it. He thought about a lunge. He tried to get his tire in there because he was alive. And then right before the apex, he had to back out because he could not have safely gone alongside him. That is great safe chill. He's catching up. He has to back out because he doesn't have the overtake just how he wants it. Gets DRS again. As he goes to Foro del Sol. Should I do some Spanish? Like for like a lap? You know, just for diversity's sake. Y aquí tenemos a Chill Goldfish siguiendo a Coder, lo está siguiendo, mamma mia, está siguiendo, tiene DRS, lo está siguiendo, lo puede tomar, lo toma, agarra el primer lugar Chill Goldfish toma el primer lugar de Coder. Ahora Coder, ¿qué hará Coder? Lo sigue, No tendrá DRS, lo tendrá Goldfish otra vez. Abre DRS y está dejando a Coder detrás. Lo está dejando. Mamma mía, Goldfish tiene primer lugar en la vuelta número 17 del GP mexicano. We're almost to the halfway point of the Mexican GP. And this a shoot between Goldfish and Coder. Last season we had Corey and Coder have their shootout. This season it looks like Goldfish is the challenger. And Goldfish doesn't want to let Coder rest so comfortably in his P1. Wow. And it almost seems like Goldfish can't burn through that last sector 3, and it looks like Coder makes up all his time in that last sector. In turns 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, it seems that's where Goldfish is making up, is losing all his time to Coder. And now again, like I said before, Coder will now have double DRS. He doesn't have enough with the overtake. Pop out has now retired. He has DNF. Right after yes, we won't see a safety car, but we will see a double. We will see. Is it a virtual? No, it's not a virtual. So far, we just have double waved yellows. We have Goldfish and Coder approaching that section, but they are not there yet. We have so far 4 DNFs, 2 Haas's, 1 Ferrari because it's obvious, and a McLaren. No safety car has been called out. We are back at green flag. Goldfish and Coder halfway through the next GP. 18 laps have gone. 18 laps to go. These guys went 7, I think 8 on softs. Now they're going 8 on softs again. They're going to go a little bit more. Oh, and Astro already called it in. Astro's pitting onto mids. He's pitting on a softs again. Astro either had under. He's going for a 3-stopper. That Astro he meant to go on the softs again. He has gone from softs onto softs. He will have to pit for mediums again, but that will only be in a couple of laps now that they have to pit for mediums. So Astro will need a safety car to save his race now. He might still have an advantage on crushing tires later on, but he needs a safety car to bring him back to the front of the pack. As I was saying, Goldfish and Coder, they went in lap 7, and now they're on lap 9 on this stint. 4 laps, see what will their race strategy, when will they be wanting to go into race? Penalties so far, Gangster Dog has accumulated 12, Radsex has 6, Synonymous has 6. This means that Nye Xi, the F1 car guy, has to get within 6 seconds of both Synonymous and Radsex in order to gain those places, and within 12 seconds of Gangster Dog, which he is, in order to take Gangster Dog's place. So we'll be keeping an eye on those penalties as the race unfolds. Usually penalties don't play a big of a part now, but towards the last 3 laps of the race we will be looking back at them to see exactly whose race will be affected. Coder and Goldfish. Wearing down those softs. We will see them pit in the next 3 laps. They commit to the 2-stopper. They don't want to lose too much time out on these softs. They sort of want to leave it so that you have 14 to 15 laps total on the mediums to handle. Any less than that, and you're sort of not using all of the mediums, and any more than that, and you're wasting time. And Coder comes in for the undercut. Will it work? Coder will go on to mediums now, just as we were talking. Strategy is everything. These 2 guys comes out on mediums. Oh, okay. Oh, it was a glitch too. Everyone else has one stop to go except for Astro. Oh no, Astro does as well by force because see, this is where Astro could have immensely benefited. Had Astro pitted onto mediums, right now he would be with only one lap tires away. He would be leading Astro. He would be leading Cody. But because of that pit stop, now Astro will have to pit again. So Astro really shot himself in the foot where he had a really great strategy to play. Look at that. Astro now with softs could still play a role, and he could still look to deter Coder. Yep, Goldfish now responding. That's all he has to do. He has to react to Coder. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. When you're at the top of the game, all you have to do is react to the other driver that you are battling, and he's out. Synonymous also pits. Ratex also pits. They have pitted onto the mediums. And what will happen? Astro comes down the straight, followed by Coder. Where's Goldfish? Goldfish. 3/10 of a second. Right behind Coder. Astro leads by default. By strategy, rather. Gangster Dog leads by default. But Gangster does have to pit. It would be amazing. It would be amazing if Gangster Dog just somehow exploits those hards and doesn't have to pit again at all. That would be really impressive, but that is also really hard to do because as you can see from his time is tumbling. 6.7 to Astro, 6.8. Astro's on softs, Coder and Goldfish both on mids. Everyone is today we had a light grid as well. We had 15 guys come in and 4 of them already DNF'd, so only 11 guys are going to finish. That means that only the 11th place will not score a point. Everyone else, even 10th, will at least get 1 point. So this is really like the only place you really don't want to come in is last. You don't want to come in 11th because then you're not even getting a point for the week. So there will be a race to not finish last. Josh and Ike both don't want to take that spot, and Josh is looking to catch up and hopefully overtake Nyack side before the race is over. But up here, meanwhile, in the front, we have Astro leading Coder, who's leading Goldfish. So just thinking out loud, the only way that Coder might still have a chance is if there's another safety car. So not Coder, Astro, specifically Astro, who has to pit again because he's been on 3 pairs of softs. He will have to, he will benefit from another safety car if he has to pit again, but not too late because he will have to go on to mids. So there's about to be 12 laps left. If he has to pit again on mids, he will not be the fastest car as other cars might want to pit off the softs. So as the race is going right now, he will probably be demoted to the last half of the grid, right behind his teammate, if he has to pit again. Hopefully he will have to, or else he will be disqualified. So I think here, what's the director say? Oh no, I think he went on mids. So Astro might, I might be wrong then. Astro might have gone on mids for the mid section. So then Astro might, yeah, Coder went on softs to softs. So Coder does have to pit again. He already pit, like we said, and Astro, he started on mids, I believe. He went to softs. So Astro, I was wrong about his strategy. Astro is fine on softs. And Astro will be looking to extend his stint on softs right now and keep this podium place from Coder. This will be Gangster Dog and Astro both the only races with laps with penalties in the top 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how many penalties they have and how that will affect their race. Our Gangster Dog, Astro is just able to see Gangster Dog now. Right now, he might be able to stay away from Coder. But there's 11 full laps left. So as much as I would love for Astro to remain in second for the whole race, it's going to just become harder and harder as the laps go by and his softs as the tire wear continues, it's gonna get hard for Astro to keep that podium place. Goldfish doesn't have DRS, or maybe he did, but Goldfish now wants to get the same pass on Astro and reclaim the podium. It's Coder now. This might actually work out to Coder's benefit if Goldfish cannot get past Astro. Both have DRS. Coder does not. But one of these laps, Coder will get DRS on the Gangster Dog. That Goldfish does not want to be too far back, or else he will not catch Coder after that. The race here is still between Goldfish and Coder. 2 stars of the race. Gangster Dog, for having 17 lap hards, is I'm not gonna lie, it's impressive that his time, he's been able to hold that time. It's been at 1.8, 2.3. It hasn't been tumbling down as fast as we thought it would. He's held at P1 for a while now. He probably will lose it unless he gets a miracle from the racing gods. But he has been holding it very, very dearly, and it will be hard to pass him. They will have to wait for that straight and get DRS. Oh! And Gangster! He loses traction, and Coder is able to take that place for free. Astro promoted to second, Goldfish promoted to third. Gangster Dog seems to have damage. He does. His left wing end plate is broken, and he will have to pit for mids, for softs. Gangster Dog, his race is not totally thrown away yet. If he can come on the softs early, he can still save a few points. GG Astro also pits for softs. Let's look at the penalties now, because now it's starting to get spicy. Astro 3 seconds penalty. Synonymous 12. Ooh, that's crazy. So Astro. If Astro can catch up to Synonymous, he might be able to still take third. Astro might still be able to make the play for third, right behind Goldfish and Coder, if he can keep his penalties low. Synonymous, great job running in third, 4 seconds behind the leaders, but unfortunately he has 15 seconds of penalties, so he has not helped himself. J4, only McLaren still out on the field, 11 seconds behind Synonymous. J4 now pits. And will add time to his penalty. GG Astro now. Five seconds behind Ractex, 18 seconds behind Synonymous. Synonymous has a 19-second margin. Oh man, that's going to be interesting. Astro right there, right on the cusp. Astro and Ractex battling it out. Astro keeps fourth. Astro now 13 seconds behind Synonymous. Astro has podium. Astro pit for softs to get an advantage. And he will be finishing in podium if he can keep his race clean from here on out. 7 full laps left. This wow. Wow. So Synonymous right now has to stay 15 seconds in front. In front of Astro, and Astro is right on the cusp. Synonymous on mids. Astro on softs. This is what Astro pitted for. Dog will get 3 more seconds on his penalties. Synonymous 10 seconds in front of Astro. Astro right now has a 5-second margin to keep that podium. Alright, let's go back to the race now. Between the first two guys, Goldfish is not giving up on Coder as we will go to the last 4 laps of the race. It's almost like he gets too close at the apex and is forced to brake to not hit Coder. Whereas if he timed it better, he might not have to break it all and just overtake him on the straight. So following when you're racing this hard and you're going that fast, it is really hard to maintain the pace that you want on that first place car. Coder must be sweating profusely. If he's an alien, I hope he has sweat glands. I hope the sweat glands are dumping out some salty water, because there's no way you cannot be sweating when chili goldfish is right breathing down your neck like so. Goldfish with double DRS. So if they're gonna keep taking turns overtaking each other, and each lead lasts 2 laps, is it just, do you just want to save the overtake for the last lap? Would it have been smarter if Goldfish had just trailed behind Coder and then had chosen to overtake him going into lap 36? Because now Coder will get DRS on Goldfish, and he will look to get the pass down the main straight. Then, by the way, this is one of the best main straights on the Formula 1 calendar. I think it is the longest. It might be the longest, but it's so beautiful. You start from one end of the track. Nearly half of the Mexico track is a straight, so that's what's beautiful about it. Coder, like I said, it takes about two turns for him to get back. So what will we see? Will we see Coder pass the next lap, 35, and then will Coder keep the lead for those 2 laps, or will Goldfish be able to re-overtake on lap 36? Astro racing wonderfully, only 9 seconds behind Chili Goldfish. Astro's actually shown up a lot for Red Bull this season. He came in second, I believe, second or podium place in one of the other races, and he's fighting again for podium now. Synonymous, again, great race, but he has to work on his penalties. 18-second penalties. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. All it does is move the race, getting that much penalty. Even if you had lost some time by not going off track, you wouldn't have lost as much as you do with those penalties. Coder now, hungry. We'll get DRS for the second straight. Coder will need to pass. Coder will, now things are set up so Coder has to pass on the next straight. Coder will most likely have DRS for that. Coder will most likely have, Coder will likely have DRS for those 2 straights. If he can stay a second behind Goldfish, he will. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The last lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. Goldfish and Coder. It's a shootout between Alpine and Mercedes. Who will take the win? Coder, DRS wide open. Extra 18 kilometers, and now down the straight. Coder. 2/10. Will this be the move? Goldfish. Oh, they touch. They are wheel to wheel. Oh! Coder taps Goldfish. Sends Goldfish into the wall. Goldfish has now retired. Goldfish has DNF'd. Coder will win the Mexican GP. What a last lap! Not without controversy. Goldfish will have something to say shortly. Astro takes P2. Synonymous will take P3. Radtex takes P4. Gangster Dog will take P5. Brokey will take P6. J4 will take P7. Mr. Meanwhile will take P8. Josh P9. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. What a race. Coder will take his third win in a row. But at what cost? There was contact between him and Goldfish in that last lap. And that will be all the talk. Was he ahead? Was he ahead? Did he have a space to pull off ahead of Goldfish? And was it maybe Goldfish's fault for tapping into Coder's rear? Only 10 drivers finished. Naixai finishes in front of Josh. Alpine will not get a point from their second driver, but Naixai will save a point for Mercedes. Goldfish will not finish second, but Naixai will get... oh no, they all get points. Josh gets 1 point, Naixai gets 2. Coder gets 25 until any decision further. Even if he gets a penalty, I don't think he will come behind Astro unless it's more than a 10-second penalty, because he comes 13 seconds in front of Astro. There's your podium. Coder, Astro, Synonymous, Ratix, Gangster, Bokfiend, J4, Mr. Mean Girl, Naixai, and Josh Haas. I'm not to say Haas, just Josh, because he races for Alpine now. Those are your top 10. Goldfish and Down have DNF'd, unfortunately. Please stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We will be trying to interview your top 3 drivers. Hello there. Here, I'm inviting everyone. Oh, here, did I get the wrong one? Yeah, I got the wrong one. J4, are you with us, bud? Is that J4? Oh, here. I did invite you on accident, but you can stay, bro. We can still talk about your race. Here, I was trying to get Coder. Yeah, your name was right next to Coder, so I missed his. All right, so we have Astra and we have S1, right? Synonymous. All right, cool. Guys, can you please just check your party real quick? Can you just double check to make sure that your audio is streaming? It should tell you right at the very top your audio is streaming right now.
Yeah, done.
Okay, just making sure, and we should be good to go. Uh, I invited Coder, but he should be joining in a second, so we can start with S1. You there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, but you got a podium. You got third. We had a very hectic lap from Coder and from Goldfish, where Goldfish was DNF'd on that last lap, so you were able to get third. Can you talk us through your race and how to go for you?
Well, I started on third, and honestly, I could have been pole probably if I didn't mess up the final sector. But anyways, yeah, the race was a bit hectic at the start. I got hit from the back, spun to the back of the grid, and just kept trying to make my way up. Did it for the mediums because I knew they weren't going to overheat like the softs, and and I was trying to get into that front pack, but big hit DRS training. I just there was nothing I could really do until the next stop, and then all of a sudden I found myself behind Coder and Goldfish, and I was closing in on the back of them, and just all of a sudden I saw Goldfish spin through the S's. I was freaking out myself, and yeah, I'm very happy with the podium considering the last two races haven't really gone my way. But yeah, I'll take the podium.
You did stack up a lot of penalties. Is there
Yeah.
any was there anything that happened specific? Was there contact or was it just track limits?
No, there was no contact. It was just track limits. You know, I kept losing the car, kept going over the line a few times, and that resulted in a penalty. I don't know why, but yeah, Mexico is a track I have not raced on very frequently at all. So it was just a brand
Yeah,
new thing to learn. So yeah, but
yeah. I'm sure you'll get back to my only like the takeaway that I had was that you had a great race, but those penalties did hurt you because you weren't so behind the other cars, but because of the penalties, like you had such a margin that other cars behind you were would have had an opportunity to take you if there were any. So, but other than that, you did race a great race. You know, like you were fast, you were really fast, and again, other than the penalties, you had a really great run.
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I after the sauce, after I put on the new sauce, I think I had pretty good pace, started catching up to everyone, and then yeah, track limits just killed me towards the end. But I was trying to stay in that get close to DRS train because that's how everyone was pulling away from me, and
Yep.
I just kept pushing too hard, I guess, and it just yeah. Luckily, 21 was just enough to scratch me a podium here.
Yep. Podium is it's a reason to celebrate. So enjoy your result.
Yeah, totally. Thank you.
All right. Yep. So now we're moving on to Astro. Astro, you got a second place finish today. Can you talk us? Can you take us through your qualifying session and then the race? It wasn't the easiest, and there was a lot of events. It was really eventful. So can you take us through this race of yours?
Yeah, I only did one lap in qualifying on the mediums. I was hoping to be around like just outside the top 10. I ended up starting basically last. I was last going into turn one. Um, I was trying to save my mediums as much as possible, and then later in the race, I just completely burned them up and caused me to have to make three stops. I went on softs for all three, and I was pushing like crazy. Surprisingly, I only got one penalty of 3 seconds, and because of synonymous with 21, moved me up to second. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you had a very like not well, I mean awkward strategy because you had three stops. You everyone I think everyone stopped. Oh, I think it was lap eight. Everyone stopped for softs at the beginning, and then after that, you stayed on. You didn't change your tires, or that's when you changed.
Um, well, I know there was a safety car near the beginning. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the first. You didn't change with the first one, did you? Or you
Yeah,
did?
I did.
Okay, you did, right.
Because
And then so then after that,
I was supposed to go from the start of the race to lap 14 on the mediums and then go to softs as the two stop. But the safety
right.
car came out, so I pitted for softs, which was my first stop, and then ran until about lap 22. Made a pit stop then, and then
Yeah,
about lap
so
26 or 27, and then went to the end.
yeah, so were you worried at all with the three stopper? Because I if when I saw you stop again, I was like, oh man. I think I even mentioned it in the broadcast. I was like, this is gonna suck for Astro because this should have been his last stop, and he's he probably has like he shouldn't have had one more stop. He had to stop again.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping there would be no safety car near the beginning of the race because that would kind of screw over my strategy. Um, I was really hoping for it just to be a two stop, but I know if I stayed out at the safety car, it'd be pretty slow. So I thought I'd lose way more. I thought I'd lose way more time doing a three stop, but
Right.
thankfully I finished second, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, no, of course. Yeah, it's not always ideal, but you still with those softs, you were still able to fight. I guess you were able to have a fast car, and you were able to show up when it matters the most. I think you were behind Synonymous for a while, but because of penalties, I think you had a good hold on third place. And again, because you didn't have any penalties, it wasn't like you were going to give that up either.
No, I mean I only had
So
3 seconds, and I had
yeah,
quite the
so
gap to the car behind. So.
yeah, is Mexico a good track for you?
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good track for me. Sometimes it's a bit better than other times, but I think today was really good.
Yeah. Oh, so I think this is your second podium now of the season. Is this sort of the pace you want to keep for for all the races?
Yeah, for sure. I probably could have had podium in the first race as well, but I got a bit unlucky near the end.
Yeah. Well, second place is really good. We were rooting for you, and you made all the right choices, and you drove fantastic. You had a fantastic drive, and because of that, you were able to secure a good spot. So enjoy it, man.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one. All right. So now moving on to our winner of the race, Coder. Uh, this is your third win, but out of all the races so far, this one probably will end up being the most controversial. You and Goldfish were trading places the whole race, and then in that last lap, there was some unfortunate contact. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what happened?
Oh, uh, to be honest, um, I'm quite disappointed in one sense, like that it ended like that. But in the other, I'm also very happy because Goldfish is probably my rival, and that's no points. And Merck and the constructors are also Alpine's rivals, so that's no points. So like in that sense, I kind of want to just turn around and laugh, but in the other sense, it's like he drove an amazing race and pushed me all the way and deserved to finish. Um, and at some points even deserved to probably win, but it's racing, isn't it? It happens.
Yeah. I think with two laps to go, he overtook you, and he forced you to make that last overtake on that last lap. Did you? I think we talked about pressure in the other races, but was the pressure on this race? Were you like really stressing?
Uh, to be honest, obviously it is more stressful when you're like battling for first place on like the last laps or for the whole Grand Prix. But um, as I said the last week, I'm used to this now. So um, yeah, it's like there were some mistakes maybe that crept in, but it was still enough to win the race.
Yeah. You came off with pole, and you got the win, but pole wasn't such an easy feat either. We had Corey, we had Synonymous. We had a lot of other guys try to take pole away from you. Did you think you were gonna get it, or was that hard to get as well?
To be honest, obviously, Carby left the league like 10 minutes before the race, so in my mind already, I was just thinking like P2 or P3 will be good. Um, but I knew I had strong pace anyway, so I would be up there. And uh, although it wasn't the cleanest quality, I managed to put it on pole anyway. So um, there were a few doubts, but I moved past them pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I guess we can finish off. Goldfish seems to be your things look to shape up for Goldfish to be your main rival for the season. So it's just it you guys had a hell of a race. Both of you guys pushed each other for the whole race. Uh, Both of you guys didn't get penalties. Uh, it Now as someone who's watching again, like it did worry me, but like it it's gonna be, as much as I think that you're as fast as I think that you are. I really it's gonna be interesting to see both of you guys go for it because I don't think that Goldfish is gonna settle for just second and a couple of DNFs. I think he's gonna bring the heat for in some of these next races that we're gonna have.
Yeah, for sure. But well, he's sitting what like 50 points now after this race behind in the championship. So I've got quite a competition. And to be honest with you, although Goldfish is on my pace, he's still in a lot of ways. He's still learning. He started off tier two last season, and he improved massively. But I don't think he's gonna be right up there and maybe consistently beating me until the end of the season. So right now, I'd actually
Right.
consider Astro more of my rival because he's the one that's sitting second in the championship.
Yeah, Astro can definitely he's definitely fighting for points and he can be a threat if he continues to finish the way he has as well. Yeah, but it's gonna get interesting. The top three, four guys. There's gonna be a lot of competition between you guys and seeing exactly who gets the most points. And again, like sometimes it might just come down to bad luck. Goldfish raced a hell of a race. I did wish he was here to be able to talk to him, but I'm sure he has a lot of thoughts on how the race ended. But
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll have a lot to say in other races as well.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, we had here are your top three. We have S1, Astro, and Coder. Those are your top three for Mexico, everyone. And we had a hell of a race today. And next week we will be coming to you back live from France. We will be at Le Castellet and for round four. And we can't wait for next week as well. Round three is now in the books. And if you enjoyed the stream, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to follow us on YouTube. If you're watching, I'm sorry, if you're on Twitch, please feel free to watch us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please feel free to follow us on Twitch. And our Discord link should be on both pages. If you're interested in joining and racing yourself. And to all our viewers, thank you very much for watching. And thank you everyone. Have a great weekend. Adios.